Hi guys. Today I am going to do I'm going to do an episode that will tell you 10 facts about me. And I just thought I'd do that to kind of get this vlog started off really right. I mean, I know the other episode was about my obsession with Doctor Who, which I will talk just a tiny little bit about it. Maybe not just a little bit, but you'll hear a few things about it in here. But I thought I'd talk a little bit about, give you 10 facts about me before we really get started with this vlog and other things. Well, the first thing I wanted to tell you is that I've been all over the U.S. I've even been to Canada, actually. But I've been all over. I haven't been to every single state in the U.S., but I've been to a lot of them. And, but my favorite places that I've been to were New York City, Las Vegas. Well, I got to see Phantom of the Opera there, which is really cool. Disneyland and Walt Disney World. I've been to Disneyland and Walt Disney World, or Disney World, whatever you can call it. I've been to both of those places twice. I went to Disneyland when I was a baby for the first time, because my mom won a Wheel of Fortune contest long before they did the Wheel Watchers Club and everything. It's when they did these math contests. That was pretty cool getting to go there. I don't remember that time, but then I got to go just 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago this summer. Yeah, I got to go there. And I went to Disney World when I was like 3 or 4, I think. And went again when I was 7. Or maybe I was 6. I think I was 6, yeah. Anyways, I've been there a couple times. My second fact is that, as you can tell from the last episode, I was pretty obsessed with my first episode, I was pretty obsessed with Doctor Who. And I think I said in there I have at least about one obsession a week. And I do. Sometimes I even have, it goes on, I have more obsessions, like I have a couple of obsessions a week. Maybe not at the same time, but like one for the first part of the week and then another obsession for the second part of the week. But sometimes, though, especially if it's brand new, it will last even longer. They can last, sometimes they lasted for a month or longer, like like some of the biggest ones that I was obsessed with Les Miserables. Once Upon a Time, I still like watching it. I think, I don't know how long Les Miserables was, but it wasn't super long. Once Upon a Time, I think, was about 2 months where I was super obsessed. I still watch the show, but I was super obsessed for about 2 months, I think, maybe even more. And finally, the biggest obsession I had was Phantom of the Opera. And I'll tell you, I was obsessed for 2 years. 2 years I was obsessed with Phantom of the Opera. Oh, and Love Never Dies, the sequel to it. Yeah, I was obsessed with that too. But like I said, right now I'm obsessed with Doctor Who. I'm still pretty new to Who. That's what they say. I'm new to Doctor Who. So it could last for... This is my second week that I've been obsessed with it. It could last even longer. I just started I'm almost finished with the 4th season. Got a few more episodes left to go. But yeah, so I get obsessed with things. As you can see, it's just my ADHD, ADD, I think. Okay, I have one sister. This is some family stuff. I have one sister who's 7 years older than me. I don't have any brothers. And she lives near the Raleigh area. I live in North Carolina, by the way, if you didn't know. She lives near the Raleigh area, sorry, with my brother-in-law and my 6-month-old nephew. Yeah, I had to think for a second how old he was. But yeah, he's 6 months old. Just got to go see him baptized the other day. Oh, that was so sweet. Yeah, and I love my sister and I love my nephew. So I was kind of an only child because 7 years apart in age. But I wasn't the whole time. Yeah, so that's about my family. Oh, and I still live at home. I'm 23 years old and I still live at home. But I don't mind. And my parents don't mind either. Now, the next thing is about, like, other things that I like. I will tell you, I am somewhat of a science sci-fi geek. Um, I wouldn't say I'm like a huge geek about sci-fi and stuff, but I like Star Wars. I like Star Trek. I like both of those. I don't think you. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you can't like Star Trek without Star Wars." I do. You can't like both. I mean, um, and I like, of course, Doctor Who because that's a big science fiction show. And I think that's actually kind of why I like the show The Big Bang Theory a lot. That's one of my parents and I's favorite shows. So, and I see kind of myself in, not in the characters, but I see, oh, they like that stuff. I like that stuff. I don't feel so weird. I never have, but still. Anyways, yeah, I do like Big Bang Theory. I have the first 4 seasons, yeah. Okay. And the fifth fact, oh, those were 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter. Anyways, I love to read. Now, I'll tell you, if it hadn't been for the Harry Potter series, I wouldn't love to read at all. I don't know if I would. So, thank you, Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling, thank you for writing that. But let me go ahead and show you some of my favorites. Though, oh yeah, like I said, Harry Potter. I like the Harry Potter series. Now, I was thinking, because I'm watching Doctor Who and I'm on the the 4th season with David Tennant, I was thinking that the next time I read Goblet of Fire or watch Goblet of Fire, I don't know how much I'm going to like it anymore. Especially the part with Barty Crouch Jr. For those of you who don't know, Barty Crouch Jr. was played by David Tennant. So, it's going to be really weird seeing him as Barty Crouch Jr. after seeing him as Doctor Who. Or the Doctor, excuse me. Sorry. He's not Doctor Who, he's the Doctor. I think it's going to be a while before I watch it again, just because I don't want to see him, and I kind of, I know this is so weird, I'm kind of scared to watch him as Doctor Who. I mean, as Barty Crouch Jr. Sorry, I'm kind of, anyway, so yeah. I like I said, Harry Potter. I've read all the books. My mom and I, we both love them so much. When the last book came out, we bought 2 copies of the book, so we both read it at the same time. That's why I had a Kindle. Okay. Let me put this down. Okay. Another book I love to read is dun 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 Twilight. Yes, I know. People are like, you like Twilight? You're just, that's so silly. And they're like, I don't know if you're thinking, how can you like Harry Potter and like Twilight? I like them both. My mom likes Twilight. I got her into reading them. She loves them. So do I. I've seen the movies, all of them. So yeah, I like Twilight. All of the books. They're the only series I've really read a couple of times. Those series I don't really read a couple of times. I haven't read the last one all again yet. But I have read some of the Harry Potter books, and I may do that sometime again, but not for a while until after I've gotten over my obsession with Doctor Who. Anyways, another series I've gotten into is the Percy Jackson series. I know it's kind of a juvenile thing, but it's kind of like Harry Potter in that sense. I like it a lot. One of the few series my mom and I both don't like. So yeah, I like all the Percy Jackson books. But you know something? I don't think I ever finished reading the last book. I'm going to try to sometime. See, like I said, sometimes I don't get finished with things. And finally, the last book I am reading, or the last series I have completely read, unlike Percy. I know I said Percy Jackson thing, I didn't read it all, but I'm going to sometime. Another series I love is The Hunger Games. Yes, I've left this. Well, I actually have a Kindle. I have it all on my Kindle. But yeah, I got this at Walmart. And I started reading it. It took me a while to get through the first one because I had started reading on my Kindle. Then I couldn't keep it in. Then I didn't have money to buy the rest of the book. I just had a sample. Then I went and bought the book, and I didn't want to read the first 2 chapters again, but I knew I needed to. So I did it while I was with my grandmother, and I had to take her to therapy for some stuff, physical therapy. So I read it, and I finished that book. I finished the Hunger Games, and then I I finished it up on, I think, like a Friday or Saturday, maybe even a Thursday, I think. Well, anyways, by Sunday I had finished the last book. Maybe it was either Sunday night or Monday morning, or it was either Sunday morning or Monday morning. I finished it long before I needed to. I was up reading Mockingjay until 4 o'clock in the morning. That's how much I loved it. Sad. I don't know why half the books I read, they're always sad. Okay, and now that I'm talking about reading, I want to let you know I love to write as well. I am I have a whole bunch of stories going. That's why I love having my laptop. This is not mine. This is actually my mom's. But I love using I have a ton of books on my laptop, or a ton of stories going on my laptop and on flash drive. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I have a ton of stories going, and some of them are original, and quite a lot are fan fiction. If you don't know what fan fiction is, excuse me. Fan fiction is like, say you're like, see, I'm a fan of Harry Potter, but say I didn't exactly like the ending, or I want to explore more of the books or stuff, or even TV shows, anything, any type of like entertainment, like movies, plays, books, musicals, whatever, TV shows, anything. That what a fan fiction is you take anything from your favorite show, favorite movie, favorite whatever, and you write a story of your own from it. You use the same characters that whoever originally wrote it or whatever, and you do your own thing. Like, for example, like I said, I had a session for 2 years for Phantom of the Opera, and I didn't like the ending. If you know what Phantom of the Opera is, you know that in the end, instead of choosing the Phantom, Christine chose Raoul, or Raoul, however you want to say it. Well, so me being a huge Christine Phantom fan, I have started writing a couple of stories where, well, actually one story where Phantom and Christine get together, and I've also written one where I put myself in it. Well, not my actual self. It's a little different from myself, but the character shares the same name as me. And so I've done that. And there are two different types of fan fiction. There's like fan fiction that's, well, there's a whole bunch of types of fan fiction, but there's fan fiction where it's actually characters from the story, or it's just characters from the story, or and a few new characters sometimes. Or there can be one that is called real world fiction. On fanfiction.net, where I post most of my stories, that's not allowed. I actually have on another blog, I have a story going about the sequel to Phantom of the Opera, Love Never Dies, where they're finally putting me on New York in mind, and I'm one of the characters. Well, I'm not exactly the character. I base the character on myself, and that's when you interact with real celebrities and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I love to write fan fiction. I'm actually getting some ideas for Doctor Who to write some fan fiction. You know, I haven't seen the whole series yet. So I'll probably wait and try to publish it after I've seen all of that's on Amazon Prime. Okay, now, like I said, I love movies and TV. And I love Disney movies. Love, love, love. I grew up in what they called the Disney Renaissance era. That was like, it was from The Little Mermaid. I think Tarzan was the last one. Yeah, Tarzan was the last Disney, and what I like to call it their golden age. It's when they had come back. Like, they finally, Disney was Disney again, if you know what I mean. It's like how in the beginning they had Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, and that kind of stuff. And then for a while, like, the movies weren't as successful. Then starting with The Little Mermaid again, when they coincidentally started musicals, it got really popular again. And so, yeah, I love Disney movies. I love all kinds of movies. I love James Bond. I love, like I said, Star Wars and the Star Trek movies. Indiana Jones. too many to name. Like all that, and I like a lot of the book movies that, in other words, all the movies that have come from books and have been turned into movies. I like those. And so yeah, I like that. Now, as you can see from that I sing, I love music, and I specifically love musicals even more. If I was coordinated enough, I would one day go and become, get on stage and be in musical theater. Fortunately, I'm not coordinated enough. I'm not going to say there's a reason why I'm not coordinated enough. I've never actually done any type of musical theater. The closest thing I've come to it is when I was in high school, when I was in my high school chorus, and my high school chorus teacher in the fall, she would always have us dress up in we would change costumes all the time for our, you could almost call it a review. It was not a Broadway show, but it was a Broadway style concert, in that we would change costumes. We had an intermission, everything. One time I remember my senior year, it was actually Broadway themed that year, and I was in a show choir. That's like what Glee is, Glee, the TV show. It's the same thing. That's just another name for Glee Club. Well, I was in the all-girls show choir my senior year, and the all-girl show choir was singing right before the honors choir, what they called, what my former chorus teacher calls varsity singers, was the next people to sing. Well, I was in varsity singers, and I was in, like I said, all-girl show choir. So, just so there were quite a few of us that were in varsity that were also in all-girls show choir. And so we had, she actually had this one guy, one of my friends, she had him sing a song from Phantom of the Opera for it, because we were doing Phantom of the Opera medley next. We didn't done Hairspray, and then we were doing Phantom of the Opera. And we had to change. So she had him sing Music of the Night, which was about 3 minutes, so we could have time to change. So after we finished the Hairspray number, we ran back to our room, or where we were changing, and we were getting our clothes off, putting on our dresses, because we were in our choral outfits. So, and we all had to help each other. So we had 3 minutes to do that. Yeah, so it was quite a bit like a Broadway show. So yeah, like I said, I love musicals. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is that, what I do during the day, my job. It has to do with my love of reading as well. Sorry, I was looking at the time. I love my job. I work in a library. I'm a library page, which means I put up books and put up movies, all that kind of stuff. But I love working in it. It is my passion. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, and finally, I've got just a few minutes left because I actually got to go to work soon. I love to talk in a British accent, especially right now with Doctor Who and everything. Been talking in a British accent a lot. I've actually been kind of worried sometimes that I'm going to be like going somewhere and talking in that accent. I'm not the best at it, but I try not to worry about it because I'm doing it for fun. And because of that, I think I'll give you just a small little treat of me talking in my accent. Like I said, remember, I'm just doing it for fun. I'm not doing it to try to sound like I was professional. But I have heard a few people say that they thought I was pretty good, because I had to do it for my high school course when we did a dinner theater thing. She calls it the magical dinner, my high school course teacher. And of course that's Renaissance theater thing. Magical is the style of music. Anyways, so we had to do the accents there. Or she encouraged us to do it. So, okay, here we go. This is the first time I've ever done it for people, other than when I was doing it in high school. I hope you don't think it's too painful. I'll just give you like a couple of things. I'll just give you some information about me. Hello, my name is Polly Shue, and I am 23 years old. I live in Salisbury, North Carolina, and I've lived there all my life. I'm a library page at a local library, and I absolutely love working there. And I just wanted to remind you that, so those were my 10 facts about myself. And I just wanted to remind you to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe wherever the button is, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment below, and tune in soon for some more videos. Maybe talk about more about Doctor Who, whatever, I don't know for sure, but you'll find out then. Okay, I will talk to you later. Bye.